We recently met with Michael St.Clair in southern France to have a face-to-face discussion about what's around the corner for the global economy. He spoke of gold soaring above $1,300 an ounce, which it did a few days later, and he says that it's now headed toward $2,000. This is not so much to do with the value of the metal, rather the decline of the value of the world's currencies. In response to a global economic downturn, Michael and I discussed the imperative that each one of us choose the place we call home, our relationships, and the means of thriving through the times ahead. He calls it the path of living in radiant zones.
And then what Kalaman is also saying is essentially that in that time zone, October, November of 2011, so going into 2012, what we would notice, if anything, and here I'm paraphrasing him, is that we would feel an ending of time, which is another Krishnamurti way of saying things. In other words, we would go from mechanistic clock time into some sort of quantum time, if that makes any sense. And I think we're seeing this happening already, like these stories we were discussing about that an errand that is typically taking an hour seems by clock time to happen in 20 minutes, or vice versa.
Yes.
Time expands. So these shiftings of the perception of time, which Cliff High calls hyperchronism, they are for real. We can measure them, look at them, and so we're on our way through that gate of timelessness. I believe that that's what Kalaman means with October of 2011.
It would make sense because magnetism, vibrational frequencies, dimensional shifts, is all, that's all, it changes time. It's all puts time into a new perception.
Yes. And via astrology, if I can make a quick bracket, when you look at Uranus now going into Aries for the next 7 years, Uranus will be constantly in a 90-degree square for about 5 years at the least to Pluto in Capricorn. And both these positions have a lot to do with the notions of timing and breaking through energies and magnetism, etc. Of course, they have mirror effects on other things in worldly affairs, but that would be about the most important thing, is a shifting of the notions of reality.
Perceptions of reality and time.
Of which time is just one part.
This is an invaluable conversation for those ready for change. For the full version, go to consciousmedianetwork.com.